People love to self-diagnose. Most of the times I speak with prospects and people in general, and they come to me with a very precise list of things they think they have to take care of. Like, here's my assets, my income, what's my liability in Italy? Even though I've been in this business since, the early 2007, I always reply with a couple of questions. The first is, how do you know you have to file your taxes in Italy? And the second is, what is considered taxable in Italy or not? How do you know that? Hiring a tax professional in Italy and going grocery shopping are not the same task, believe it or not. You cannot prepare a list of bullet points like step to actions towards a goal you don't even know if it's there. So here's the list of, let's say, 5 questions to ask yourself before hiring a tax professional in Italy, a CAF or a commercialista, whoever you're willing to work with. I will start with, are you 100% sure you're a tax resident of Italy? Many times people assume they are based on what they read on the internet. The tax domicile test is like a blood test. No one can predict the output. The tax residency of Italy is a combination of legal features, behaviors, and details about your job, financial position. It's not something you're willing to check, asking to ChatGPT, if you know what I mean. Then I would probably go with, have you tried to do something on your own? If you can speak a basic Italian, maybe there is a chance for you to take care of your taxes your own. You can go in person to any revenue agency office and you can speak to an officer and ask them to lend a hand just to help you out with, very easy practices like registering a rental agreement or filing your taxes. Flip side, if you're good enough with the internet and if you have the speed code, the personal code given to you by the public administration, you can do a lot of things online just by sitting on your chair. The following is, when do you need to find your answers by? When do you need to find the solution of your problem by? Very often people think they have a very urgent problem because they feel like that. But what happens, for example, if you pay a professional to get an answer, to get a professional advice about whatever is keeping you awake at night, and then you find out after a few months that the regulations in Italy changed and the advice that you got and you pay a lot of money for is not valid anymore. This is something that happens on a regular basis very often to people who love to plan in advance, like 1 year, 2 years before moving to Italy. Instead of getting very detailed plans, I always recommend to wait as soon as possible because rules change, tax regimes change, and tax benefits change as well. The following question is a very obvious one. Do you have any idea about what happens in your home country if you become an Italian tax resident? And this is very important to understand because a lot of people touch base with us. Let's say they ask for, what happens Italian-wise. They're very concerned about the consequences of becoming an Italian tax resident, but they forgot about their past relationship with their home country. It's a huge step in your life, I totally get it, but you're not getting rid of all your past. A lot of people still have to file their taxes in the home country because they have businesses there, because they have investments there, they have bank accounts, they have sources of income there. And then I would probably say, on a rate from 1 to 10, how ready are you to move forward? Let's say you speak with a professional in Italy and they explain everything you need to know from A to Z. And you find out there are tax regimes expiring, let's say in a few months, fiscal opportunities expiring by the end of the year, or flip side, there is uncertainty regarding personal matters such as knowing if something you have abroad, let's say an investment, would suffer the wealth tax or not. Or if you fit the requirements for a special exemption, let's say the 7% for pension in the South. Before speaking to any kind of tax professional in Italy, I would recommend being very prepared and have a very clear idea of your personal information, fiscal and family related. A very clear timeline and clarity on your needs, wants, must-haves and nice-to-haves. Otherwise, you will waste your money and time.